Alright, so today I'm going to do a follow-up video to my one and only other video so far and show you guys how to draw geodesic domes in AutoCAD without any plugins or anything of that nature, and try to talk through it this time and give you some details on what I'm doing. So to start out, I always just draw a square, and then you just want it to be I don't know, we'll go with 50 by 50, and then we'll draw a circle, and you're going to make the center of your circle here on the midpoint of one side. You want your radius to come to one of these corners. What that's going to give you is the golden rectangle if you do it right. Let's try this again. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. Circle. Did I? No, I didn't. I'm just looking at it wrong. Alright, so you go from here, and then you want this quadrant right here. And there you go, that's a golden rectangle. You need that. You're going to make 3 of them. So just make 2 copies. I like to just make the copies right on top of the first one and then use the 3D rotate command. Grab one of them, spin it up like that, turn on ortho, grab another one, spin it up that way. Hit this one, turn it this way. What that does is that gives you an icosahedron, essentially. You just need to make connections between these points. So I like to set a color for this and go over these edges as well. And there you go. Now you could sit here and connect all of these in that same manner to get your icosahedron. I think you hopefully see where this is going already, but I've realized a little shortcut, and I'll show you that. I prefer to actually just get the principal triangle here rather than sit in here and synthesize in the whole icosahedron. You're better off to just find the center here, connect these up to the center of the icosahedron or would-be icosahedron, and then you can get rid of all of this, and that gives you essentially what you need. So we'll mirror this around essentially. Actually, yeah, I'm going to mirror it around here. Probably going to end up with some duplicates here. Would be better if I did it a little differently, but I'm just trying to work through this real quick. Duplicate edges anyways, or lines, or whatever you want to call them. And there you go. That is basically 1/5 of the icosahedron. I'll grab this with a 3D align, grab the bottom, grab the top. C for continue, I'll just hit enter here. I'm going to hit F8 and turn ortho off. Click somewhere, turn ortho back on. And that's going to get this dude pointed straight up. So now, if you do an array, and for the array, I'm just going to single click each one of these. That way And in fact, actually, I'm going to leave out one edge here, and you'll see why in a moment. So select those, polar array. Now that doesn't look right. That's because there's 6 instances. You can hit I for items, change it to 5. You can hit escape now, do a move, grab the results of that polar array, move those off, and there you go. That's an icosahedron. That's basically your starting point for a geodesic dome. I'm going to change this here to parallel. Alright. Now, of course I deleted what I had started out with. I'm going to draw a line through here again real quick for the center point. And then I'm actually just going to make a point right there. DDP type. Make that where I can see it. Get rid of that. Now, I've done this quite a few times, and I found the best strategy to employ is to actually create a block with your PPT, or principal. What is it? I can't remember what it stands for, but basically your principal triangle, something to that effect. You just want one of those, ideally. Well, maybe I should just draw it and you'll see what I mean. But I'm going to set the UCS here. Let's see what we got. That must be turned off, so we'll shift right click, go to node, hit that there, click that, click. Uh-oh, I misclicked. Alright, let's try that again. Actually, let's go ahead and turn on node while I'm at it. Node. And I like quadrant to be on. Hit OK. Alright, UCS. Node. End. Alright, so now our plane connects this edge and this point, they all lie on that same plane. We want that so we can do an arc. We're going to do start, center, end. Start, center, end. And that's not right. Cool. Let's try that again. Start, center, end. That should be it. Start, center, end. I don't know what it did the first time. That was another AutoCAD mystery. Alright, we'll do divide. We're going to do, I guess we'll do a 3V. I think that's what this would be considered. Divide that arc into 3. And UCS, reset that to the world coordinate system. I'm just going to 3D mirror these into position. So to do that, I'm going to hit this edge here, or end rather, end point, that middle of that edge, and center. Do the same thing to mirror this into position. And there you go. Now you've got that business right there. Let's see. I connect these nodes. As you see here what is happening, what the hell happened there, why did that go there? That's not right. Let's try that again. Alright. Okay, that looks right. We got all those where we want them. Alright, and what you end up is this interesting configuration here in the middle. I'm going to turn on OSnap. Turn on, let's see, Oh, it's already on intersection, and then we're going to do a 3-point circle. Oh well, actually, take that back. Let's do UCS. We're going to set the UCS here first to those 3 intersections. And then we'll do the circle here. Okay, let's try that again. 3 point. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. You're going to put a point right here. Going to have a line from here to there. And now we're going to do lengthen total. We're going to get the radius of our icosahedron, at least out here, to where these points fall on the surface of the sphere, if you will. And we're going to basically make that length. Get rid of these now. Oh, I think we deleted the one we wanted. I'm going to get rid of, let's try that again. We're going to get rid of these things. And that point there is where these are going to connect. So we're going to go from here to here to here, here. And now we don't need these arcs. Get rid of those. There you go. Now, what you can do, I would do here, let's see, ECS, set that back to the world coordinate system. And I'm going to go ahead and make a block out of this. I'm just going to grab a chunk of this here, move it over here, get rid of what I don't want. Probably should have done this. This is probably the first thing I should have done after I got my principal triangle. I'm going to do a 3D align, just because I like my blocks laying on the ground in a sense. I don't know, that's just my methodology, that's what works for me. So 3D line that to the ground, at least so that those points are all on what I call the ground. And then we're going to do a rotate, get this thing lined up the way I want it. And that's our base point, our center point. Let's see, we did R for reference. I grab that midpoint, and we're going to turn on ortho, straighten this guy out. Alright, so now you see it's, as I said, on the ground, pointing in this direction. And I'm going to get rid of everything except for these pieces here. Make a block out of that. Shoot. Let me go back. Let's undo some of that. I probably should keep that point right there. Alright, block PT, select objects here, pick a point, make it that, and I'm not going to open it in the block editor. I'm just going to do a retain. That's all fine. Alright. Now we're going to insert that block. Pull this over here where you can see it. So here we go. We got our blocks palette or whatever, block insertion tool, whatever you want to call it. Now I'm going to drop one of these in here in its block form, and we're going to do what we did before. 3D mirror. And then you can probably see where I'm going with this again. I'm just creating like a polar array again of these. We'll do the array. Grab all these. Polar. Oh, and it's not going to let me set the alignment. Alright, that's why I always do the 3D align. Let's see if I could get away without doing it, but let's see, 3D align. Grab all these. Alright, 1, 2, and then hit enter for the third time. Turn off ortho. Put that there on the ground, as I like to call it. Pull that up. Ortho turned on, and then there you go. Now we'll do an array. Grab that. Polar. Base point's going to be right there. I5. Grab our array, move it over here. Oh well, we lost the original. DELOBJ, I don't know what that's set to, but before I do the array, I'm gonna do it again. I did some undos there. I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do that because they're encapsulated inside of the block, but that's fine. All right. So we'll do the array again. Array, that, I5, escape, grab just the array here, right, okay, explode, and then I don't need all those. That kind of looks cool though. But each one of these now is in a block. They're all in position. You've got a full sphere here, so what you can do now, if you want to, is start modeling parts and components here and update that block definition. And so long as you do that correctly, then all these blocks, of course, these are references to that block, so they'll get updated. So just as a quick example here, I'm going to draw a small little circle here. I'm going to change my color to a gray color, and let's do a sweep. This is again just an example. Okay, so we're going to turn that off. DELOBJ, we want that to 0 for this. In fact, okay, let's go undo and then do that. DELOBJ 0, sweep, grab that, and now we're going to go around and sweep all these so they look like tube pieces. Now let's do block again, and select these objects, set our base point right here, and oh, let's see, we got to do that. select what you want, which one. If you're going to redefine one, you've got to select it first. So I'm going to do this again just to be safe. I'm going to select my objects, pick my point, and I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to redefine the block, and there you go. Now you got the whole thing with like tube-like pieces. Cool, right? So that's kind of the method, and I'm going to try to continue doing videos on this. I'll show you kind of how to fully detail a dome or a sphere, as well as potentially some other things I've worked out how to do.